Today on the Roach Koach podcast.
This week, it's all about who's tweeting.
Who's tweeting?
To see a book written, ghost-written by Jacoby Shaddix, it's gonna be amazing. All I know is that came out of there, and I was like, Gravedigger, he's a star.
Roach Koach
podcast.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Roach Koach podcast, the journey to create the new metal canon. My name is Lorin Kozlowski. With me, as always, the original Roach Rider, Mr. Matt Nas.
Keep it rolling, baby.
Well, Matt, we've got another episode here of the Roach Koach podcast. And not only is it another episode, it's our 399th episode of Roach Koach.
And tell me what it's all about.
Matt, it's all about creating a new metal canon one album at a time. But this week, it's all about who's tweeting.
Who's tweeting?
That's right. We're going to go over feedback. We're going to go over questions. We're going to go over recommendations, Roachamendations, as it were. But since it is episode 399,
Wowie zowie.
we had to mention that next week is episode 400.
400.
400. And I want everybody to buckle up, be ready, because it's already in the can, and it's a hot one. I hope you're excited for it. 400 episodes, hard to believe. We had asked people to send us things about their thoughts on 400 eps, and when we announced that, we then recorded episode 400 like 2 days later, so we got like nothing in and couldn't put anything in the episode.
Right.
So you can continue to send us your thoughts and feelings on episode 4 on doing 400 episodes of this show, and we will talk about it in an upcoming Who's Tweeting.
Probably episode 401.
That's right. So keep on sending those over. Not only that, Matt, though, we have to talk about the fact that February 15th, 2024 is the first episode of the Pact at patreon.com/Roach Koach podcast.
Yes, that's already in the can.
That is in the can. That is also a very exciting episode. I want everybody to know. You're like, okay, just another episode of the Coach, but behind a paywall. Wrong.
Lame.
Wrong. Let me tell you that I wrote some stuff down. We started working on this episode. We started recording this episode. And Matt Nas said, time to twist things. Time to change things. Time to move things around. And I can tell you that this was a true episode that grew in the making. I can tell you that the Pact, it's the Coach, but with a twist, baby. And you are not going to want to miss this Roach Koach podcast. Patreon.com/Roach Koach podcast. Get in there, get signed up. Do not miss an episode of the Pact. I was excited about the Pact. Then we recorded the first episode. And now I'm even more excited because goodness. Truly, like we're going wild. We're going wild, boys and girls. We're going wild.
I would say we are going wild.
Mm-hmm. So definitely get over there and check that out. So all this excitement going on with the Coach. 400 episodes, the Pact, so much is going on. Next up, let's talk about some new news.
News.
Over at the PRP, they have a headline. Papa Roach is celebrating 25 years of Infest. And, you know, people can celebrate in all different kinds of ways, Matt. Papa
True.
Roach, they're celebrating with new music, a planned anniversary tour, and a book.
A book.
Now,
you're a reader.
I love to read.
And recently you dropped on an episode of the Pact where you were in Moby Dick.
I'm 3 chapters away. I'm 3 chapters away from finishing this bad boy. I'm on a pause because I had to read the oral history of the OC, which I did just finish. Excellent.
Unbelievable.
Excellent book. So I'm going to dive back in. So I'm so close to being done. But then I like to think that by the time I finish Moby Dick, this Papa Roach book will be in my hands. So Jacoby Shaddix was speaking with 99.7 The Blitz. And this is what he said. He said, right now, early in the year, we've been working on a bunch of new music. And we're essentially pulling the slingshot back. 2025 is going to be a big year for Papa Roach. It's the 25th anniversary of our first album, Infest. We got a book, we got tours, we got the whole nine. We got a whole new batch of music that we're going to drop. So new music will probably be coming like later in the year, third or fourth quarter. It's good to get a little calm before the storm. And so I'm taking this year and just creating tons of music, writing for Papa Roach, writing with other artists, and really just being as creative as possible. So I hear all this. First, I'm like, gimme the Papa Roach book. Give it to me.
Yeah.
I need this. I need it on my shelf. I need it to put next to my Max Cavalera book. I need this. And here's the thing: to see a book written, ghost written by Jacoby Shaddix, it's gonna be amazing. I can just feel it in my bones. It's gonna be amazing. So I'm really excited for the possibility of this book. I cannot tell which quarter of what year he's talking about in this interview. If he's talking about the third or fourth quarter of 2024 or the third or fourth quarter of 2025. But either way, apparently new Papa Roach music is coming along with this tour. I mean, 25th anniversary Infest tour. Who would miss that? I'd go to that. That'd be
I'd
great.
go to that. I'd see that for sure.
Absolutely.
Now,
So
I had to look up because I can't hear 99.7 The Blitz and not know where it is.
Okay.
It's Columbus, Ohio. Baby. The Blitz is
In the
also
heartland.
known as your rock station. And you'll never guess who did this interview. Yeah, it is your rock station.
Matt, who did this interview?
This interview was with the personalities Kelly, Thick, and Lewis. That's right. Kelly, Thick, and Lewis. On the Blitz, the Morning Blitz, your rock station.
Matt, when I was in radio, one of the things that really stuck with me when I was in broadcasting school was when they talked about the perpetual smile and how you needed to always be smiling when you talked, because people could tell when you weren't smiling.
You can hear a smile.
You can hear a smile, and it's a bad look, and it doesn't fit in radio. And what I can tell you is that in 2005, when I was in broadcasting school, and I would listen back to my old college radio station stuff, and then I would listen to stuff in the radio, and I would go, "Oh man, they're so right. They're so right. You don't want to hear that. That energy's all wrong." But now, here we are in our podcast world.
Yeah.
The world of podcasts are so prevalent, and there's all different types of voices, and you don't have to you hear people all the time on there, and all the rules of broadcasting, all the rules of radio do not apply to podcasts.
Oh no, they're like gone.
They're gone. It's all out. And when you listen to radio now and you hear that perpetual smile, it sounds fake. It always was.
Yeah.
But now it sounds really fake, but it also sounds a little psychotic. Like it's like listening to the Black Hole Sun video. Like the people in the Black Hole Sun video are all have their own radio station. It's crazy. And so now it's one of those things. I saw somebody talking recently about what can be done to save the music industry in this way of they're so beholden to streaming, and what could be done to break artists and still get away from these other things. And somebody said, radio still exists. It's just that it's this calcified thing, but it still exists and it still has a large audience. And it's pretty clear with the rise of podcasts and everything else that you could go in and change it.
Oh yeah,
for the better, but that would take.
But it's just owned by a mega corporation.
Exactly. But I find it hard to believe that that there is still a committed audience to a bunch of people who are just faking it. You know what I mean? Who are just sort of grinning through it.
So here's the truth. I mean, honestly, I make fun of Kelly, Thick, and Lewis on the Morning Blitz. But boy, oh boy, 30 years ago, 16. Oh, what a dream. What a dream.
Oh,
I would have, oh
mhm.
God, I want to be thick.
I
I want to
wanted
be,
that dream. Oh yeah,
oh yeah,
absolutely.
like
Mhm.
uh, not knowing that you have to wake up at like 4 in the morning every single day.
Yeah, I can tell you, having my friends were on morning shows, and yeah, it destroys your social life. Like, you cannot do anything during the week because you have to get up so early. That yeah, my one friend, she was on a morning show. She got one right out of broadcasting school, and she got her apartment, and she had to black out the windows because she had to go to bed no later than 8 p.m. every day
Yeah.
because she had to be up. I think she actually, I take that back. She might have gone to bed at like 7 or something. Yeah, she had to go to bed
To
super
make
early
sure she's
to make
in,
sure that she was up because she had to wake up, I think, yeah, like 4 to be there at 5,
because the
something like
radio
that.
rule is you're late, you're fired. Is like, it's not a joke.
No, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you can't, yeah, there's got to be somebody on the air. Yeah. So, yeah, this is just a roundabout way though of me saying, like, we can move past this sort of fake sounding thing and make it modern, because it is kind of funny that the radio cliches of even like the Wayne's World, which is like 30
Yeah, from
plus
the
year old movie.
90s.
Exactly. All those things, they still play. They still work. It's still hot
It's still
exists.
there.
It's
How is that
wild,
possible? I turn on the radio and it feels like I'm listening to ancient history.
right?
You
Yeah.
know,
I
I
was
turn
I
on a
was
morning show. Like,
Mhm.
around here, we have a morning show. When 95.5 is, oh my God, who are those guys?
Don't ask me, man. I haven't listened to the radio in 25 years, so yeah.
Mojo in the morning.
Oh.
And they come on, and it's just like, hey, this is Mojo. Guys, it is crazy. Okay. Did you see the news? Did you read this? Okay, we got on the show right now. We got Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach. He's with us right now. He's going to tell us, oh my God, he's going to have a new book coming out. That's crazy, man. That's really great. Ugh, ugh. And it's just every joke that you see on Saturday Night Live, like the light goes out and it's like, ugh. It's just it's dead inside.
it's it's wild to consider. It's wild to consider that that is still the norm to this day. But I mean, that's what they teach you, and that is still, yeah, you can't not do it that way. I mean, that was the thing that I think felt slightly transgressive for me about 89X at the time, was somebody like Vince Canova, who I loved, who I adored, was a very flat monotone. He wasn't a morning show guy, but he was like a flat monotone, and he talked to you like you were a person, as opposed to these other people that don't talk to you like a person, who talk to you, they don't talk to you, frankly, at all.
Right.
So yeah, we're way off. This was not part of the lesson plan here, the show plan,
Okay.
but yeah, but it did turn into a lesson plan. So in any event, I want this book by Jacoby Shaddix.
And I want to
Christmas,
wish Kelly Thick and Lewis the best.
yes. Keep on doing.
Especially you, Thick.
Listen, here's the thing. Keep in mind, Matt. Right now, as we record this, 10:47 p.m. on a Sunday, they've been asleep for 6 hours. Okay, so
Yeah. They
because
have
they
to
got to
be up
get
at
up.
3 in the morning.
They got to be up at 3 a.m., baby, to get ready to just paste that grin on their face. Matt, let's talk about another exciting press release that we received in our email from the band P.O.D.
Love this.
They wanted to let us know about their brand new album, Veritas. It's coming out May 3rd via Mascot Records. You can currently pre order a Revolver exclusive transparent red vinyl colorway limited to 500. You could do this, Matt. But I know, Matt, you're very discerning in your vinyl. So you want to
I
know,
am.
is this album going to be worth your time? This is what Marcos had to say. He said, "We can't wait for you all to hear the new album in its entirety. We put so much heart and soul into this recording. We're extremely proud of it. We hope to see all your beautiful faces in a city near you. Thank you for your unwavering support. We love and appreciate you all." Sonny Sandoval added, There's a first time for everything, and the writing and recording process of this record will definitely not be the last. We might have just created our best album yet. Now, I know what you're thinking, Matt. You're like, this all sounds well and good, but
Mhm.
can you send me a promo photo that will really let me know what this album is all about? And so, indeed, they sent us this promo photo, and I got to tell you, I have been staring at this photo, baffled, for a straight week because on a glance, it's P.O.D. walking, looking badass, right?
Totally.
That seems to be the idea behind this photo. But then I
Yes.
look around it at the other details. There's an Alaska airline jet in the sky behind them, either taking off or landing. So they are
Yeah.
clearly in a airport parking lot, and they are way out. So if anyone is familiar with going to the airport knows, there's really good expensive spots close to the terminal. And then as you get further and further away from the terminal, you get cheaper spots, but they're farther away and it's
Right.
not as good. And actually recently last year when I went to New York, I parked in a lot that I felt was like right in the median thing of like not too expensive for leaving my car there for like 4 days, 5 days.
Okay.
No shuttle. No shuttle. Had to
Okay.
had to hoof it. Had to hoof it. And I look at this photo and my first thought is POD parked in the no shuttle lot and have to walk all the way to their terminal, but then where's their luggage? POD are doing a raw dog run? POD, this is the other thing. So is POD, are they going to do like a Jack Reacher move here? They go to the other city, they wear the clothes they got on, they wash them in a sink, air dry them, and then just rent guitars and sticks wherever they're going,
Did they just have a setup back line wherever they are?
wherever they are. I'm just the fact that, and the thing is that if you see this promo photo, listeners, you will notice that this is not an accident. It's not like they were taking this photo and then a plane just happened to fly by. No, this is all feels incredibly intentional.
Oh yeah,
That
I
POD
agree.
are
Let me Okay, so now I'm staring
they're
at
in an airport
this.
parking lot.
There Okay.
Yes.
So what I find the most disconcerting about this picture is how close this Alaskan airplane is to Sonny's head.
It does look like it could be flying into his head.
Yeah.
Honestly, now that I look at the perspective, because they're both in sharp focus,
Yes.
are we to think there's the thought is Sonny Godzilla size? There is that thought,
There's
or
another
is this
part
a
of me
toy
that
plane?
goes, I I this wow. They are both fully in focus, which makes no sense. So
Why not?
this plane was absolutely added post. So my question is, you have a lot of headroom in this picture. Like there is at least inches of headroom. But why is it so low? Why is
I
what?
would argue, why is it there? Why is it there at all? Why is the plane there at all? Get it out
Why
of
wouldn't
there.
you
It's distracting,
just put the fucking logo? Get rid of the
right?
plane. Just put POD. They look tonka tough.
Right. I
Like
I don't know why this was the photo. It seems like somebody they're walking the airport. Honestly, what it probably is that their luggage is not in the shot because them carrying, a rolling suitcase or a
not cool.
duffel,
No way.
not cool, not the look. So
Not the
all
look.
their luggage is you know, off camera. So then it's like, but still take this picture in this parking lot that's full of cars that are in the. It's just a strange decision to make. Also, the
And my
fact that
other
it makes
thing
me think
is,
it's a far away lot.
there is a part of me that goes, are they on the private plane lot? Like, oh, that plane's going to where, you or I would fly, but we are in the private plane lot. Like,
No,
there's more
because
questions than answers here.
well, I don't think there is though, because if you look at, so I think this car to the left is an Audi, but I'm pretty sure this is like a Toyota Tercel that's right here in the background. These are not like fancy cars. No disrespect to Tercel owners, but I'm just saying these are, yeah, these are. It's not like there's a bunch of like Beamers and Mercedes and Lamborghinis or something behind them.
Okay.
I know everyone's like, listen, we get a lot of emails, and sometimes stuff just takes you by surprise, and then you spend a week just thinking about this bananas weird. Not even bananas. It's just unusual. I see so many pictures where it's just like the band and they've been posed and they have their guitars or they're performing and they're in a club and I don't even think about it twice. It's like no duh. Or call me crazy, you send me your album cover. You know?
Right.
Like, oh yeah, your album cover. That makes sense. I get it. But this promo photo, just carrying my head around it. The position of
Trying
the
to see if I
plane, the
can
amount of headroom.
trying to see if I can bring it up here. Okay, I've got it there. Screen 2. All right, cool. Dude, what? Yeah, it's just wrong. It's just not. I don't know.
Get
man.
the plane out of there. Why is the plane there? Get the plane out of there.
Just crop the plane out. Yeah.
Crop it
But
out.
then they were
It
like,
can
well,
be done.
how will we know that we weren't in a airport? Is it important that you guys are in an airport?
I wish I was at the meeting for this. I wish I was at the meeting because there was a meeting. There was
'Cause
a discussion about this photo.
they look cool.
They look pretty cool. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. This is a more baffling decision by the boys in P.O.D. But they have a new album coming out. Like we said, it's called Veritas. It comes out May 3rd. They have a
Veritas
number
means
w-
truthfulness.
there we go. Well, tell us what's the story on this photo then? Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. Even if it's not about concussions. Matt, they have a number of singles out, and I don't know if we've actually
We've heard Drop with Randy
covered.
Blythe.
Okay, we have. Okay. So the next one, they have another one that just dropped. It is called I Won't Bow Down.
That is money in the bank, my friend. That is A+.
Ching, 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 ching. That's all I heard is money in the bank on that one. Listen, you know what? Sorry we spent so much time talking about your dumb promo photo. You guys are back. The boys are back.
P.O.D. is doing the damn thing.
Listen, I was at Monster Jam today with Ronan.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yes. Rachel was like, take Ronan to Monster Jam. And I was like, does he like Monster Jam? And she's like, just take him. And I would say his interest he was largely interested. And I would say that the music that was being played was largely butt. There's a lot of Motley Crue. At one point, there was maybe some Kid Rock, but I couldn't quite make it out because I had earplugs in, because Monster Jam is also the loudest thing I've ever been to.
Yes.
Easily. It's insane how loud it is. And but at one point, a guy came out and he was doing his jumps and flips to P.O.D. Boom. And I was like, I've always loved this song, but hearing
this
it in this
works.
context, I was like, wow, this is honestly, I was thinking about, because we had done like our top 5, top 10, like all-time new metal songs. I was like, did I have Boom on the list? I don't think I did. I think I've underrated Boom. I think I've taken it for granted, because when I was hearing it in this context, when you watch a monster truck just fly through the air while Boom is playing, you're like, is there a better new metal song?
Is this
in that
the
moment,
best new metal moment of my life?
It might be.
Did you just have a transcendent new metal moment?
Matt, you've got to see Gravedigger jump over a pile of dirt while P.O.D. Boom playing. It's a great moment. Also, I got to tell you, Gravedigger shows up Everybody goes crazy. And then Gravedigger proceeds to be the best truck there. And they do a series. They do races, and then they
Mhm.
do a bunch of skills, and then they do freestyle. And what freestyle basically means is that's when you finally get all the jumps in, and then at the end, everybody does some sort of flip. And varying levels of quality to the flips. But let me tell you, Gravedigger, that guy couldn't be stopped. He was unbelievable. He was the Michael Jordan of monster trucks. Like they were like he shows up and they're like Gravedigger, and I just thought of Matt, you doing that voice, and then I'm like, oh, he's a star. Like, and there's like I guess like a Gravedigger team. I don't know. All I know is that came out of there, and I was like, Gravedigger, he's a star. He's gonna go far. Everyone loves him. He's incredible. Yeah. So Monster Jam, incredibly loud. Also, it's all families with kids. I was like one of thousands of dads with their sons. That's everybody who was there. Yeah, and P.O.D. boom in that scenario might have been the ideal way to hear P.O.D. boom. Just incredible. So that's my roundabout way of saying P.O.D. you're great, and this photo is so weird. But okay, new
We'll
records
get you a
coming.
different photo, but don't change the music because it's perfect.
Don't touch the music. Don't touch the music. Matt, let's talk about who's emailing.
I'll tell you who's emailing. We got one from Powell coming in just with subject filter. Just listening to the Chinese democracy episode, and first off, it was great. Thank you. Second off, if we really are just going off of the wiki tag at this point, Lorin should be throwing a bone, and you guys should talk about filters short bus. Just take a look at all those Wikipedia genre tags. New metal. Do it, guys. Oh my.
So
Oh
Matt,
my, Lorin.
I want to let you know that I investigated this immediately upon receiving an email that said filter with 2 exclamation points. And I can tell you that while that may have been the case when Powell wrote this email, since then Wikipedia has cracked down and they have removed that genre tag from filter short bus. It is no
Wow.
longer there. And I can tell you that going through all of the filter albums, the only filter album that has a new metal tag is their 4th album, Anthems of the Damned, which I believe is only there because Westmoreland plays guitar on 1, maybe 2 songs.
Mm.
And I'll be honest, I love filter, but I just don't see. I mean, I can definitely tell you that Short Bus is not a new metal record. And also, I can tell you that, and Matt, you may have noticed this as well, is that people have definitely enjoyed the Chinese democracy episode. They have enjoyed the Linkin Park One More Light episode. But when we go back and just do a tip to tail raw dog new metal record,
Oh, a
people are
raw
really
dog
happy.
new metal. Yeah.
Raw dog new metal. They're ready. They're like people that have been lost in the desert and now they have water. They're like, finally, you guys are back doing what you need to do. And I want to stay on that. I want to stay on that new metal zone. And so I can tell you episode 400, new AF. I can tell you that episode 402, new AF. Okay, those ones are in the can.
Yeah. But
And,
I understand. Yeah, I think that point I felt too, because not to, when we have, I'm thinking of Jeffrey Thomas here being like, hey, this album's important to me and I think you're going to shit all over it. That doesn't make me feel good, because yeah, that's what we did. And it's like, I don't want to, there's a lot of comedy in bagging on something, sure, absolutely, but it is like not my number one joy in life
if
to be like,
really, Matt, what you're trying to say though is that if we're gonna do that, we should it should at least have an honest to god new metal tag on it.
right. And it should be, like if we ever did Generation Swine, we know that we're doing it to take the piss out of it. Like there's no reason we would ever do that album.
There is no reason. I want to say though that if we do Generation Swine and you write in and say, hope you guys aren't too mean to Generation Swine, I have a lot of memories connected to this. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. That's on you that you decided to have connected emotional moments to Generation Swine. those are your choices, not mine. I'm not taking any heat for that.
I understand for Generation Swine. Every other album.
Every other album, yeah, but Generation Swine, no apologies if we ever do it. I'm going in. I'm going in.
Yeah.
We
What it is to what I'm really trying to say is like I don't want to be negative all the time either. So to get something that is like in the genre where we can actually have a discourse about the genre of which we're talking about, I like it too. You know,
there you go.
I'm already gonna have something to say about that and being like
Mhm.
whether I like that or not. Where when I hear an EDM track by Linkin Park, it's pretty easy for me to go like, what the fuck is this? What is this
Mhm.
bullshit?
Right?
Somebody on
Exactly.
YouTube wrote us a tome about
Mhm.
Linkin Park. We'll have to pull it up, but
No,
not right now.
you know what? Honestly, Matt, I saw how long that was, and I honestly, it was the old meme, like, glad that happened to you, sorry that happened to you, but I'm not reading all that. Like, you can keep that one. Sorry, not me.
I'm either happy or sad for you. On this.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, Powell, for writing in about that, and I love it. I hope you're a fellow filthy as well. Luke Demas wrote us in, subject, you guys gotta hear that I have the Roachamendation to top all Roachamendations.
Holy.
Dealer, Red Teeth. Dealer is a band from Australia with the genre tag new metalcore. This shit is brutal, and I think y'all will love it. Keep on rolling, baby. And
Keep on rolling,
included a
baby.
link. Included a link
Okay.
to Red Teeth by Dealer. Red Teeth, Matt. What makes your teeth red?
Blood.
That's right. Or those things that you take at the dentist to show where the
That
plaque is in your
correct.
teeth.
All the plaque. Yep. Here we go.
Plaque. So, all
Oh,
right.
oh, I gotta read you this before we go in.
Okay. Okay.
The first thing you see in this music video is the following video contains disturbing images that may not be suitable for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Matt,
Yeah,
this
buddy.
song.
Yeah.
This is, I can only think it's about one thing. And it's
Okay.
when you go out with your friends. Okay. It's a wild night. And you get home late and you're so tired. And you're like, I'm not gonna brush my teeth. I'm just gonna go straight into bed. And you wake up in the morning and you realize that you have to go to the dentist. And then you go in, and the dentist goes, what's going on with this? And they make you chew those things that give you the red teeth. And then you realize what a mistake you made and why. And you're like, how could my friends do this to me, make me stay out so late? And then you're just screaming, fuck everyone, as you're told that you need to floss more and maybe need a filling. That is the feeling. If you tell me it's about anything else, I don't know if I can believe you, because that's all I hear when I hear these lyrics. That's all I hear when I hear this aggression. Is I hear an unfortunate trip to the dentist, resulting in some red teeth.
Fuck everyone.
Fuck everyone! I have gingivitis.
Maybe the disturbing images later is just dentistry. And I'll never know because I'm not going to finish the video. But I
Yeah,
can very
well,
much.
Matt, I mean, you are a tender boy, and you don't need to see that stuff.
That's right. I get
I
scared
would.
easy.
You do, and you don't need to see that. I will say though that that is a ripper. It's
Oh hell
freaking
yeah!
great, fucking great. What is freaking great? What am I doing over here? Great song. Dealer, you're doing great in Australia. Get on a plane, get over here, crush some American faces. Great stuff. Matt, we got one more.
Alrighty. Looks like it's from Ryan Rizzo. It's the new Disgust. Ooh, is the subject on that. Hello, Coach Lords. It's time for a new Disgust. Disgust with 3 exclamation points. I love that. Time for a new Disgust song. It's called Neither, and it's a banger. Hope you enjoy it, guys. Keep it rolling, baby. Keep it rolling. Hell yeah.
All
Man,
right.
having the last name Rizzo right now, having your best life, as keep hearing Riz over and over and over. But let's listen to the new Disgust. What was the name of that song again, Lauren?
I think it's called Nether.
I think you're right. I added an I that doesn't belong there. It is Nether. Nether. It's their number one played song right now. Let's take a listen.
I want to let everybody know listening that Matt and I have changed recording venues. We'll no longer be recording in the Indigo basement. We will now be recording in heaven because we have ascended because of that song.
After we died in a cage match.
We did. We ascended into heaven because of this incredible song. Unbelievable. It's so wild to hear a song start and go, I am confident this song will deliver in all the ways that it should. And it does.
Oh,
And
it's
it
good.
does. For a name like Diskust, I'm not disgusted with their choices. I approve of them. The boys, they did it again.
They did it again.
They did it again. This might be called Nether, meaning the nether regions, but truly
True.
we have ascended. We have ascended. This is incredible. This is amazing. Do Disgust have a full length? Do they have a full length album of bangers, or are they just dropping singles right now?
Right now, their full length was last year's A Dark Place. And now we've gotten this, and we've got the single for 2024, a single in 2023. So yeah, their last full length was 2022.
All right. Well, I'm ready. I'm ready for this next full length. If this is what you're teasing me with this single,
Yeah.
what have these boys got up their sleeves? You know what I'm going to say right now? They probably don't have any sleeves. This feels like full on bare arm music. All right. Seeing veins, you seeing tats, straight up to the pit, straight up to the armpit, all open, no
All
sleeves. Incredible stuff. I love it. Ryan Rizzo, you did it. Thank you so much. Keep us posted on more Diskust. Want to know about it. Matt, I took mercy on you this week with this next segment because I had 3 of these listed, and I said Matt is not going to want to put up with that, so I trimmed it down and I kept it super local for you, Matt, for this segment of Who's Festing.
Who's Festin'?
Matt, this one's super local. It's Michigan Metal Fest 2024.
All right. We got to talk about Michigan Metal Fest 2024.
It's August 24th.
By Q106, Ardent Entertainment and Next Level Entertainment.
Okay.
At
All people that I love and respect.
Arboretum? Leela Arboretum. Battle Creek.
Layla Arbor. Yeah, whatever that is, it's in Battle Creek. Put it in your Maps app. You'll find it. This lineup starts off very new metal. Your headliner, Mushroom Head. Your sub headliners, Head PE and Gideon. That's pretty fucking new. It's pretty fucking new metal here in 2024. But that's also the new metal is back. So of course.
Yep.
Then your next line, Matt, you're gonna need to get your decoder ring out because I really can't. Because
I imagine that
any of these names are
Filth. I'm gonna go with.
Ooh, is that Filth? Is that Filth? Is it the Filth that we know? Or is it a different Filth?
Oh, that's a great question.
If it's the Filth that we have been talking about, that'd be great. So if it's Filth, then great. If it's a different Filth, well, I mean, their font is bananas. Then we have.
But I did
it
right. I was able to decode that. That is Filth, and that Filth is an American hardcore band from the East Bay.
Is it the Filth? Is it? Oh, so it's not the Filth that we've done with the.
Hold it. Wait. No. This is Chin Check Filth. This is Chin.
Oh shit, Filth. Matt, we gotta go to Michigan Metal Fest, buddy. We gotta go. I don't know what the Layla Arboretum or Arboretum or whatever it is. We gotta figure this out. Okay, I don't know who Traders are. Their font was a little easier to read. Then we have this. I believe this is Victims, but with no I. And then. Things just get more confusing from there. These Vorath, Cultist Black. I don't know what this middle one. I see the word lies and maybe burial, but I don't know. Is this autumn lies burial? Something like that? I don't know.
Sure.
Blue Felix, casket robbery. You hate when that happens. And then
what a bummer.
these are some great names at the bottom here.
Can you
Dems
imagine
fighting
just being
words.
at the funeral of a loved one and boom, casket robbery? What a bummer.
That would be terrible.
Straight up
No
bummer,
good. What
dude.
happened to Grandpa? Casket robbery.
Real bummer, dude.
No good. We have Dems fighting words.
Great.
Nail
Great
bite. Quiescent mantis. My own will. Kill crown. Recorruptor. Kill tomorrow. Stranded beneath. And second Salem. And then underneath that is just all the various sponsors. They got a lot of sponsors. Darkside Acres Haunted House is sponsoring this. Liquid Death is sponsoring this. Lucky Rooster, whatever that is sponsoring this. So all I know is that, listen, Filth is going to be there and they're going to do chin check. You need to be there. You need to figure out whatever the Arboretum is or whatever that is in Battle Creek. Figure it out, okay? Also, Gideon, Head PE, and listen, we have not been the kindest people to Mushroomhead. And it's only because I don't like any of their music. But they clearly have a fan base, but they're also playing last. You do the math, okay? You figure out what works best for you, okay? You could go early. You could see them fighting words and casket robbery and traitors and filth and maybe be like, oh, Gideon, cool. And then Head P come out and they'll do all the songs that we know and love. And then you'll be like, where did we park again? And you could just mosey on out. You could just
not a big
leave.
deal.
Or you can stay if you want. But you could also leave. You could also leave. Mushroomhead being the head, you can go. Mushroomhead being the headliner, honestly, a gift. That's what I'm putting there.
What are we gonna say?
What are we gonna say?
It's not?
Right, exactly. Tickets are now on sale, michiganmetalfest.net. I don't know what else to say. This is gonna be Ripper City. It's gonna be nuts. Who even knows what Vorath sounds like? But if they're there with casket robbery and filth, probably got rippers.
Do you want 30 seconds of Vorath?
So I honestly want 30 seconds of casket robbery if I could.
Okay, well I'll give you 30 seconds of Vorath. Wow.
Oh,
okay. This gives me real Clive Barker meets Dune vibes. Let's see what we got. I know who that music is for because it's not for me. It's for somebody else.
That's right. But you know what though? They're ripping. They're ripping.
They are doing the damn thing.
Okay. All right.
They are 100%. If you like that, you want all of that you can get.
Absolutely. And you're going to get it at Michigan Metal Fest. Matt, can I hear a little bit of casket robbery? Which I have a feeling now that I've heard that probably sounds a lot like that.
Well, you would think, but you never know. Here's their number one song. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. This one's called Death's Dance. Wait, where did Grandpa go? Where's Grandpa?
Listen, them caskets, they're gone. Don't even try to look for
them.
Gone. They're gone. They're gone. You heard that song? If you're at home and you just heard that song, I'm going to say is check on your caskets. They're probably gone. These guys got them. All right. Wow.
Wow.
You know what? Sometimes a band sits down and they said, what do we call ourselves that can represent what we sound like? And it's very hard. It's very hard to have a name of a band truly represent what you sound like. And people say, oh, well, a band sounds like a band. But, sometimes you sit down and somebody says, casket robbery. And somebody goes, that is what we fucking sound like.
Yep.
Band meeting over. Let's Mitch's Prince. Let's get this shit going. Get them
Just
shirts made.
bones
baby.
and bags. Let's go.
Let's go. You know what? I might be a bit of a Casca Robbery, a bit of a fan. I love it. I love it. Michigan Metal Fest 2024. It's August 24th. It's at this place that we can't pronounce in Battle Creek, Michigan. Tickets at michiganmetalfest.net. Get your ass over there. It's gonna be wild. Matt, there's only one way to close out an episode of Roach Koach,
That's true.
and that is with an update on this wonderful list. Vandals Can't Handles Part 2.
The rise of the Roach.
Matt, we've had so many rippers on this list.
Yeah.
And we have another one today, Matt. What's the band and what's the song?
Well, let's see what we got here. We got a song called Now That I Woke Up from Sky Swamp Orange. Oh, I forgot to mention that's featuring Jared from Head P.
Whoo! Matt, you know what? Someone said to me recently, they said, they had learned about the running of the bulls that they do in Italy. And they were
Spain.
not aware in Spain, thank you, that they do in Spain. And they were like, why are the bulls like so mad right out the gate? What's happening? Why are they so mad? And one person said, well, the bulls, it honestly is a bit of a like a bit of an animal rights issue, the way that the bulls are treated. A lot of people feel that the way that the bulls are treated and put in these situations is mistreating the animals, and that's a whole thing. And you know what? That is true. But also, the other thing that they leave out is that right before the bulls are let go, they play the song Now That I Woke Up by Sky Swamp Orange. This is the song that they hear right before they go out, and that's
really
why they
gets those
gore all those
bulls
people.
amped. Yeah.
Let me tell you,
ready to gore.
those bulls are like, they're like, I'm not happy about the way I'm being treated, but this song is a ripper. Let me go. Got to gore some Spaniards.
Gotta gore. Me, gotta gore.
Gotta gore. Some people, they gotta go. Bulls, they gotta gore.
Gotta gore.
And when they hear this song, that's all they gotta do. I love this. This is incredible. This might be one of the best ones on this list so far. This is and this has been a hot list, but man, this one, wow. I mean, plus with that extra Jared touch, that helps a lot. Unbelievable. Matt, how'd you feel about this one?
I felt very good. I was very interested because like it starts and I'm like, wow, this is most certainly aggressive. But then Jared comes in and I feel the new running through my veins. Interested in that, like that chorusy part that comes in, the can't help myself to think. It's like, all right. I don't know about that one. I'm watching it. I'm watching it from across the room. But I'm also probably watching it with a stake over my eye because I got fucking murdered in the pit.
Matt, it's not a steak. What it is that it's a bloody napkin or a bloody cloth because a horn went through your eyeball.
I got gored. You're correct.
You got gored. That's what it is. I hate to break it to you. When you bring it
you
down,
got gored.
You got gored.
Gored.
Eric Vandal, you did it once again. You did it again.
You can't handle it, dude. We can't handle it.
We truly can't handle it. Incredible work. Sky Swamp Orange. It's going on the long list. I need to hear more. Not only do I want to hear more, Matt, I need to hear more. So that one's going on the long list. Incredible. That's a new one. Can tell you, never heard of them before.
That album is from 2022.
Okay. Wow.
2020.
Amazing.
New.
I thought you were gonna 2020 new. I thought you were gonna tell me this was like a 1999 special or something. Amazing. Super hyped to dive into this. And you know what? That brings us to the end of another episode of Roach Koach. Thank you so much for listening. Keep on saying hello to us online. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're on all those. Send us an email, roachcoachpodcast@gmail.com. Of course, sign up for the Patreon, patreon.com/roachcoachpodcast. The Pact is coming February 15th, episode 1 of many. I guarantee you're going to love it. And next week, episode 400. Thank you for being on this journey with us.
Unbelievable.
unbelievable, super fun. Episode 400, and then let's say 400 more. Why not? Why not? We got enough albums on the long list.
Wow.
and until next time, Matt, thank you.
Lorin, thank you.
Roach Riders and Indigo Angels. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Roach Koach.
Podcast.
Hot all day. Every day. There's the Roach Koach.
Podcast.
All day, every day.